Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea. Thank you so much for tuning in today to this what I eat in a week video as a vegan. I really don't have to say anything to be honest. I just wanted to show you my face so you can connect the face to the voice that is talking during the video, because I really don't show my face during the video itself, so you'd have a connection, kind of. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do so, you can subscribe down here, it's for free, or leave a like or a comment. Alright, let's go! So I started off my week with a breakfast that was totally new for me and that I've never had ever before. That is berry cobbler. I found this recipe in a vegan Facebook group, so here we go. So I start off by mixing 2 cups of frozen blueberries with 2 tablespoons of carob gum, and then I started to put all the ingredients for the top layer of the berry cobbler together. So it turned out to be pretty dry though, so if you want to make this recipe, I really highly recommend to add some kind of liquid to it, like some non-dairy milk or some more peanut butter to make it sticky. I then layered first the blueberry mixture and then the top layer, and then baked it at 180 degrees for about 25 minutes. And that is what it turned out looking like. It looks so good, but like I already said, it was a little bit dry. Like you can see when I'm cutting it, it's dry, so I really recommend some liquid. I then just added some banana and some vegan strawberry yogurt, and that was basically it. It was so good. I was really impressed and obsessed with it, as you can tell by the next clips. This is really good, I have to say. Although it's a little bit dry, it's so good. Make this. Make it. At 3:30 I decided to make lunch, and I started off by pressing and cutting up some tofu. Then I created a kind of sticky batter out of 2 tablespoons of cornstarch along with some water and mixed it up very well. I then used some of my leftover marinade, dipped the tofu first in the sticky mixture, then into the marinade, and allowed them to air fry at 180 degrees for 15 minutes in our air fryer until they are nice and bouncy. I then served the tofu nuggets with some steamed carrots and broccoli, some spinach, and on top of it some sriracha sauce, of course, as always. And because I just couldn't get enough of it, at 6:30 again I had some berry cobbler, and it was so damn good. I highly recommend to try out this recipe, it's amazing. Coming on to Tuesday at 11 AM, me and my brother made a smoothie out of 4 bananas, some mixed frozen berries, some frozen spinach and half of a pineapple. We also added some flax seeds and water. Mix it up again very well. I in total had 2 glasses of smoothie and it was really good. I think pineapple is the best thing in smoothies. It's so tasty. As a snack at 2:30 PM, I had some basic cereal that I'm obsessed with lately. When I find something I really like, I eat it constantly and every day until I just am done with it. A bit later I then made and baked some small bread buns and had some zucchini soup that my mom made for all of us. And yeah, it was really good and delicious, especially on a cold winter day. Coming on to the next day, Wednesday, I had a really delicious breakfast, which was some scrambled tofu with toast. So I just started by breaking down a 3/4 block of tofu with my hands, and because I'm lazy, I just threw all the ingredients together in a pan without first salting the onion. I kind of tend to do that because I'm a lazy person when it comes to cooking. Anyways, I just add some red bell pepper, tomato, onion, 2 cubes of spinach, and also add some spices like turmeric, vegan natural seasoning, tofu seasoning, salt, pepper, paprika powder, vegan soy cuisine, and some vegan mozzarella cheese to make it super creamy and delicious. On the side I had also 2 slices of bread with avocado, hummus and avocado seasoning. If you never tried the combination of avocado and hummus, please do so, it's amazing. Then transfer the scramble onto a plate and top it off with, of course, sriracha. because I was so into editing that day, I kind of forgot to eat. So at 4:30 I had a snack. I had a spelt roll, added some hummus, vegan mozzarella, tomato, baked it for a few minutes, then served it with some ketchup, and it was amazing. It then turned out that I wasn't into cooking something fancy at all that day, so I again just had some cereal with an apple, a banana, some vegan milk of course, and peanut butter. The next day I started off late in the morning by making some fresh sourdough bread, and this time it turned out so well and crunchy. Just listen to this. And of course I just couldn't resist, and I had 2 slices of avocado with hummus and some avocado seasoning. I also had a tomato with it and some red bell pepper. A bit later I again had 1 more slice with some vegan butter, as it just was too good. Then at 4:30 p.m. I decided to make my chocolate blender pancakes, so I just threw banana, some buckwheat oats in a blender, along with some vanilla, cocoa powder, baking powder and salt, and of course some water to make it blend. I then allowed them to cook until bubbles appear on one side, flipped them all over and cooked them for a few more minutes. And I know by watching these videos it doesn't really look appealing and appetizing, but it actually was really good. At Friday I started off my morning with having some apple cinnamon oatmeal. So I just add some oats, flax seeds, buckwheat and half an apple into a bowl along with some oat milk. I then allowed it to microwave for a few minutes, and then when it was done I add a whole lot of cinnamon with some more milk to make it more creamy, the other half of the apple, and of course peanut butter. Who can forget peanut butter? It was really good. Then for lunch and dinner I made again something very simple, that is sweet and sour cauliflower with rice. So I just cut up an onion, some cauliflower, put it into a pot, and then mix up my sweet sour sauce, which consists out of the ingredients you can see on the side. I then pour half of the sauce into the cauliflower, allow it to steam, allow it to get soft. And while this was getting steamed, I added some cornstarch to the other half of the remaining sauce, mixed it up very well, and then added it to the cauliflower, brought it to a boil to thicken up the sauce. And then I just serve it up with some brown and white rice. Alright, and that's basically already it. So it's super easy to make, it's really good, which I was super surprised by. I had no idea that cauliflower alone can be so good. Then on Saturday morning I decided to have for breakfast something very unusual kind of, and that is part of my sourdough starter, because when you have a sourdough starter you have to discharge a lot of it if you don't keep it in the fridge, but you can actually use the discharge for a lot of recipes. So that day I decided to just put it in a pan, allow it to cook, season it very well. Then just added some tofu and veggies to it, and I topped it off with, of course, sriracha, this time mayo sriracha. It's easy, it's really good, although a little bit sour, but it is delicious. Then at noon my brother made a smoothie, so I had a glass of that. I believe it consisted out of bananas, apples, berries, flax seeds, oranges and water. Then at 5 p.m. I decided to make my dinner, this time in my Instant Pot. So I just threw all the ingredients together. That is an onion, carrots, bell pepper, mushrooms, a can of chopped tomatoes, some pasta sauce, more water, red lentils and some tomato paste. I also added some very basic seasonings like salt, pepper and oregano. I stirred it up well and let it pressure cook for 15 minutes. And then I just enjoyed it with some rice. Then as for dessert at 6 p.m. I had a slice of that apple pie my mom always makes. So on Sunday, the last day of the week, I had some chocolate berry granola in the morning, along with some of the very basic cereal, a banana and some oat milk. Coming to the last meal of the week already, at 2 p.m. I had literally the same thing as yesterday, so the leftovers, along with some more sourdough starter as I really wanted to get rid of it, and also some rice. that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your support. I hope to see you soon again in my next video. Have a nice day, rest of your day. Have a nice morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching.